Number 6, Bello Senor, $673. Number 7, Space Age, 32 and 7. Number 8 is 840 and 270 as they're close in Adelaide. Number 9, 660, 350. Number 10, $9, 330. Best of the rest, number 16, 1180, 330. Here is the call.
And Miracle Star, one of the best to begin with. Hibernian Prince and Fair Brother. Mr. Vagabond was away well. Then Maybe Rough, St. Stephen, Shamrock Dancer, Fiddler's Green and Brush with Fame was last as they go to the first of 26 fences. And Hibernian Prince, he came from well back in the Von Duser on Saturday. He finds himself in front this afternoon with the Kiwi Fair Brother moving up on his outside. Another 2 Kiwis are third and fourth. They are St. Stephen and Maybe Rough. A length and a half to Mr. Vagabond as they head out towards the Shillabere Road jump on the first occasion. Behind Mr. Vagabond, we've got Miracle Star, Fiddler's Green, then Shamrock Dancer and Brush with Fame last of all. The favourite's gone to the lead here, St. Stephen, as they head out to the Fortin log on the first round. He's a bit keen, St. Stephen, and he's strode clear now as they go to the log. He led over it by about 5 or 6. Fair Brother was second. 3 or 4, Hibernian Prince third. Maybe Rough was fourth, and then Mr. Vagabond. Fiddler's Green was next. Behind it, then Miracle Star, Shamrock Dancer, and last of all, Brush with Fame. They're on top of the hill on the first round. And St. Stephen, the favourite, he's out freewheeling in front. He's got a commanding lead on the first lap. Led out by about 8 lengths to Fair Brother second. 8 lengths away, Hibernian Prince was third. Maybe Rough was fourth as they come down the hill on the first circuit. Then Fiddler's Green, Mr. Vagabond, Shamrock Dancer, Miracle Star and Brush with Fame was last. So St. Stephen, he clears jump number 7. He's got a good lead as he comes to jump number 8, and he's over it well. He's 5 or 6 in front of Fair Brother second. 4 or 5 away, Maybe Rough third. 5 to Hibernian Prince. He's dropped the bit beautifully, the second favourite in fourth spot as they come to the jump in the home straight. This is jump number 9. They've nearly completed the first round, and St. Stephen giving a dashing display out in front. Leads by 5 or 6 to Fair Brother second. For Rochelle Lockett. Maybe Rough was third. Hibernian Prince fourth. Fiddler's Green was next. Then Mr. Vagabond. Shamrock Dancer about 6 to Miracle Star, and back with it was Brush with Fame. They've gone 1 lap. They've got 2 laps to go. He's a little fired up, the favourite St. Stephen. He's got a commanding lead as they turn out of the home straight. Now they're back to where they started, and St. Stephen in the Carlton Draft Great Eastern leads out by 8 or 10 to Fair Brother second. Maybe Rough was third. Fiddler's Green was fourth as they go to jump 10. St. Stephen got into it a little bit. Hibernian Prince was fifth. Then Mr. Vagabond, Shamrock Dancer, Brush with Fame and Miracle Star as they head now towards the next flight. And the front runner here, St. Stephen, he's got a big lead as he heads out now towards the Shillabere Road jump. He must be the best part of 12 or 15 lengths in front now. Over in second spot, Fair Brother. Third on the inside, Maybe Rough, then Fiddler's Green. Hibernian Prince was next from Mr. Vagabond, Shamrock Dancer, Brush with Fame and Miracle Star last of all. Out to the Fallen Log now in the second round, and at the moment they could not shoot the leader with a gun. He's that far in front, St. Stephen. He's 25 lengths in front now as they go to the top of the hill. He is giving a dashing display. St. Stephen, he clears that one about 20 lengths in front of Fair Brother, Maybe Rough, Fiddler's Green. Then Hibernian Prince. Shamrock Dancer was next as the leader hopped over the next one. St. Stephen, he's the best part of 25 lengths in front. He's going further in front. Fair Brother second, Maybe Rough was third, then Fiddler's Green. Hibernian Prince further back in the field, Mr. Vagabond, Shamrock Dancer, then Brush with Fame and a long break to Miracle Star. He heads down now towards jump number 17, and at the moment he is giving a wonderful side out in front here. St. Stephen, he turns into the home straight now. He's nearly gone 2 laps as he comes down to jump number 18. His lead's been cut back now to about a dozen lengths. Over Fair Brother second, he clears the one in the home straight, and the front runner St. Stephen, he's got a commanding break with 1 lap left to go. Fair Brother second, Maybe Rough's travelled well on the inside for Durden third. Fiddler's Green running a good race. Hibernian Prince now asked to improve as they close on this leader. Then Mr. Vagabond. Next, Brush with Fame from Shamrock Dancer, and Miracle Star was tailed off. They turn out of the home straight. They've got 1 round left to go. 8 jumps remaining, and St. Stephen's come back to them now. Has he just had a breather, or is there not much petrol left in the tank? We're about to find out. Brett Scott clicks him up again. He's 4 or 5 in front of Hibernian Prince second. Fair Brother third. Fiddler's Green was fourth. Maybe Rough fifth. Then Mr. Vagabond. Shamrock Dancer was next as they go over that next jump. Then Brush with Fame and forget Miracle Star. They head out towards the Shillabere Road jump, and St. Stephen, he might have been giving him a breather because he shot away again as they head out into the top pack. paddock and head towards the fallen log. It's St Stephen. He's about 8 lengths in front of Hibernian Prince. 2 to Fair Brother. They go to the log on top of the hill again. In fourth was Maybe Rough. Then Shamrock Dancer, Mr Vagabond. Brush with Fame, Fiddler's Green, and Miracle Star was tailed off. They've got 4 jumps remaining. And St Stephen, at the moment, you'd think he would only have to fall over if he was to be beaten. He's a long way in front. He's a dozen lengths in front as he goes to the third last. He put in a sticky one. Maybe Rough, the stablemate, went to second. Third placing Hibernian Prince. Then Fair Brother and Shamrock Dancer. They come down the hill. There are 2 jumps remaining. And St Stephen, he's been out and he's lonesome all of the way. He's 10 in front of the stablemate, Maybe Rough. 4 to Hibernian Prince. Then Fair Brother. He's over the last St Stephen. It's now simply a dash for home. 400 metres to travel. And St Stephen turns for home for Brett Scott. 5 in front. The stablemate, Maybe Rough, trying to run him down. Then Fair Brother and Hibernian Prince down by the 200. St Stephen, he's been in front every step of the way. Down the outside, Maybe Rough starting to close. Then Hibernian Prince and Fair Brother. It's out wide, Maybe Rough. He's after St Stephen. Hibernian Prince between them. Maybe Rough, Hibernian Prince, and also St Stephen. St Stephen, he's held on. St Stephen, he's held on to win the Carlton Draft Great Eastern. St Stephen first. Hibernian Prince second. Maybe Rough third. Fair Brother fourth. Then Mr Vagabond, Shamrock Dancer, Brush with Fame.
Caitlin Jaslev first from the 2 barrier and looks like leading. Envil in My Pocket was away quickly. Our Benefits on the inside and out wide Admiral's Fellas driven hard to go forward. Then with...
Oh, what? Oh, we're all tired here, trying to lift the winner over the line. It did shift out, but I mean, he did have a chance to get on terms there, Hibernian Prince, but oh, strike me pink. Did deserve to win it after setting the pace with a big margin of 10, 15 lengths throughout, didn't it, St Stephen? That was spectacular. I don't, my asthma refill. 270, 150, 170 and 220, 4, 9 and 2. Right, can you imagine what those owners are going to be like, folks? We might see if we can get an interview with the connections after that. We heard...
Cheverny runs favourite, ready now from the 2000 and the racing. Dashing Scene was first away from Bowood Forest and Space Age, and moving up quickly, Consolidator with King Win. Bluebird, The Word and Vampire trying to get across. Cheverny is the deepest of all as they travel 250, and King Win out after Dashing Scene and hits the front now. To the back, King Win from Dashing Scene, Consolidator. Wider Bluebird, The Word, then Vampire, followed closely by Cheverny, Bowood Forest, Space Age, Bellow Senor. Then Catapult, Splendid Retreat, followed by Star Covet. LA Blur next to last, and a couple of lengths to Yippee-I-O. Into the back, approaching the 1400. Great race for the lead here. Bluebird, The Word, just has it from Vampire, the outside, and the fence, King Win. 2.5 Consolidator, a length and a half further back in the field is Cheverny. Around Dashing Scene from Bowood Forest, and then a break to Space Age, Catapult the fence. 2.5 then to Bellow Senor on the outside of Star Covet from Splendid Retreat, LA Blur. At a length to Yippee-I-O, he'd be back about 15 lengths off Bluebird, The Word, who leads them. And out of the back straight to the High Street side at the 950, and Bluebird, The Word. A length clear on Vampire, King Win. Wider out Cheverny from Consolidator, then the grey Bowood Forest. Dashing Scene over on the fence from Space Age. Catapult the rails, and 2 Bellow Senor. Star Covered on the inside of the Victorian, and then Yippee-I-O making some ground 3 wide from Splendid Retreat, and LA Blur brings up the rear. Along to the 600 marker they travel, and Bluebird, The Word shows the way. But a length on Vampire, King Win the fence, and wider Cheverny. Consolidator, Bowood Forest, Yippee-I-O very wide from Space Age. Dashing Scene, Catapult in need of a run, and then Star Covered, followed by Splendid Retreat. Bellow Senor to the outside, next to last, and LA Blur at the rear, straightening now. Bluebird, The Word in front, but they're tackling him left, right and centre. Bowood Forest and Cheverny claim Bluebird, The Word. Vampire battles on. Catapult clear. On the outside, Space Age and deeper, Bellow Senor. Catapult warming up, dashing up on the inside of Bowood Forest, Space Age and Cheverny. Here's a go, Bowood Forest and Space Age. They hit the line. Photo, Bowood Forest or Space Age. Photo third, Bellow Senor wide out, Cheverny with Catapult and Yippee-I-O. Then Vampire, Consolidator, Bluebird, The Word, Star Covered, Splendid Retreat. Followed home then by LA Blur. Second last was King Win, and Dashing Scene was last to complete the course. Judge will call on the finish links to determine the results of the One World Explorer Japan Racing Association plate. Bowood Forest and Space Age are the two in the photo here. Very, very little between the grey and Space Age. Judge calling on the Prince. All right, back in a moment for the result.
Almost set at Shepparton. At Ascot, it's 248. Oakbank 4.
6 months for Frank Gardner. Space Age has run second, Paul Falvey, and number 6 finishing third, wide out, Bello Signor. So it's 10, 7 and 6 confirmed. A great finish. They were right across the track. Chances galore with about 150 metres to go. And this is
Number 7, Born Nicky, $3.
brought up a very strong victory at $9.90 and $3.40. Another winner for
Here, and number 10, Bowood Forest. So 10, Bowood Forest.
And 2.
On the inside, flew the start, landed a half in front of GoingQuickly.com, and also La Riviera. Further out on the track, follow the Maestro. Wider out as Torval and Dean Handy, and pushing up towards the front. Further back then, Dancing Sculptor right off the track from Our Needles, Merlin's Law. Smites' Relish followed back along the inside by Bisca Go-Go. Then Contend, further back Iron Horse. Back behind those Lodger near the tail of the field, followed by Planet King with Royal Effort, and Visual Displays last of all up the back. The leader down on the inside followed the Maestro, 3/4 in front of Torval and Dean. A length Knockray third, and Dancing Sculptor went up fourth. One further back in the race then. La Riviera outside Our Needles, and Smites' Relish 3 deep. 2 lengths further back, .com on the outside of Merlin's Law. They're running along fairly, about 2 to Contend. 1 further back, Bisca Go-Go. 2 to Iron Horse, who's got a long way out of its ground, followed by Lodger. Visual Displays has gone up on the outside of Planet King, and 2 lengths last of all, Royal Effort. 8:50 to go. They slow the speed again, and the leader has followed the Maestro, a half, Torval and Dean. Dancing Sculptor third, Knockgrove fourth, followed further back by Royal Effort. In behind the field then came Our Needles. Smites' Relish followed by Merlin's Law. Then came .com, further back in the race then Contend with Lodger. Visual Displays will have to come very deep from Planet King. Further back Bisca Go-Go from Iron Horse, and Royal Effort is back near the tail. Up to the bend they race now. On the inside follow the Maestro from Torval and Dean. Further out now Merlin's Law, followed wider out by Our Needles. Then Knockray down the middle now as Contend, followed by Visual Displays. .com in front of those halfway up the running. Follow the Maestro from Torval and Dean, Our Needles and Merlin's Law. Further out Contend, and out wider on the track is Lodger. Merlin's Law in front, Contend picking it back with Planet King. Merlin's Law just in front. Merlin's Law, I'd say a half head on the line, Contend. Planet King close up third the middle. Then further back Lodger out wide from Knockray from Follow the Maestro, Iron Horse. He was just on their back. Further back in the race, Our Needles. Torval and Dean followed further back by pulling up quickly Bisca Go-Go. Further back then .com. Visual Displays couldn't finish off from Royal Effort. Well back in the race then, pulling up quickly La Riviera, Dancing Sculptor and Smites' Relish.
15, Merlin's Law, 12.50 for 10. Number 9, Contend, to pay $4.60. 11, Planet King at $10.20. Now Fairfield, race 5, 1 Regina Molina, 6 and 2, 2 White Coyote.